Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to the first episode of my new Civilization 5 Vox Populi Let's Play. And because this is the first episode of a new Let's Play, it's gonna be more like an introduction of the Let's Play. We're gonna talk about the map settings, about the specific of the civilization we'll be playing as. We'll start their capital and maybe scout around a little bit. But before we get to that, let me quickly return to the last episode of the previous Let's Play, because I would like to thank you guys for all the comments, ideas, suggestions, things you would like to see. It definitely gave me a lot to think about, but in the end, for this Let's Play, I decided to go pretty standard, because we'll be using the Vox Populi version from the 14th of June, and that's a beta version. And until we get like a full version, I don't want to do anything crazy. So basically, we will do this Let's Play, wait for the release, for the full release, and then I will try to be a little bit more creative, maybe try to add some more mods, or, well, just, as I said, change more things. And as I understand it, the next version of Vox Populi should be pretty close to like the final version. So I think it's a good idea to wait for that and then decide what exactly we want to do. Also, when I mention adding more mods, I have to be careful with that, because I have a problem with save that when I start adding new mods on top of Vox Populi, the game becomes really unstable for me, and it's pretty annoying when you are recording and have to reload like every 5 turns. It makes everything a lot more difficult. Though there are some mods that I would like to make work. For example, mod that adds 2 new either unique buildings or unique units to every civ. And that looks pretty interesting, so I will use this time that I'll have now to test some of these things and see what I can afford to do and what I can't afford to do. So that's that, and I was also thinking during this time about maybe some shorter series, basically recording what I'm usually doing off camera. For example, I take a civ and I basically try to start from ancient era to early medieval era and go with something that I usually don't do. There are quite a few requests if I could try a civ with tradition, so maybe I could record some of these series with tradition and see how effectively we'll be able to transition a civ that works well with tradition, if it would be viable like a for full Let's Play. Or I was even thinking about one city challenge, if that would be viable. So see how that works. Let me know if you would be interested in something like that. It's definitely like, it's definitely not like I've decided on this, that I will do it for sure. It's just an idea, so let me know what you think about that. But enough talking, let's get to this, this Let's Play. And first of all, we of course have to go to advanced settings. We already know what we want to do this time. We want to play as the Inca, as I promised. And there's some request if I could use Comunitas map, so that's what I'm going to use. I have to say that Comunitas is like my nemesis. I've never won on Comunitas, so I've been avoiding it until now. But hey, the Inca are pretty strong, so let's do it. Let's use Comunitas and see if I can finally win on this map. I think that Comunitas is a little bit larger than other standard size maps, or when we say, for example, if we compare standard Pangea to standard Comunitas, I think Comunitas will be larger. It might be just or it just may seem that way to me, but every time that I tried Comunitas, it seemed really large compared to what I was used to, so I don't know. Comunitas standard size, Deity, Epic, Ancient Era. I want to make the map a bit younger, because that should give us some extra hills and mountains. Since we are playing Inca, that'll be useful. Temperature we'll leave as is. Maybe we could make it Now let's just leave everything to standard or medium continents. What I want to change here is go with the Terra. So we have one large continent and some maybe smaller continents around. I kind of like that, the combination between Pangaea and continents, kind of. Two rifts and a rift with we leave to normal. I don't know how exactly these affect the map, so I will just go where what's suggested. Don't want to change that. I'll be going, what, 8 saves? 8 saves and like 12 city-states? Yeah, I think so. And let's go completely random. This time. I just hope that we don't get something crazy like China, Korea, and Denmark, something like that. That would probably be a problem, but hopefully that's not gonna happen and we get just balanced saves. Because I don't want to pick saves manually. What I would sometimes do is just, if it was possible to disable a few saves, but since it's not possible to do without a mod, let's just see what the RNG gives us. As for advanced options, I want to enable research agreements this time. I forgot to do that for the previous Let's Play. No ancient ruins. We will go without event systems, because the more I'm thinking about the event systems, the more I'm convinced that it makes the game less balanced. And I also have to say that the advanced event system mod makes the game incredibly unstable for me. And I mean, like, it's crushing like every other turn or something crazy like that, starting in the medieval era or something like that. I don't know why, but that's a mod I won't be able to use. Same with the Advanced Barbarians, or how the mod is called. I basically can't play with that, so yeah. What else? No specific events. Yeah, I basically have the events disabled twice. Don't have it enabled here, and then I, just for sure, I disabled everything again here. No tech brokering, quick combat movement, that's fine. Raging Barbarians as usual. And I think I want to go with random personalities, just add one more random element to the game. And when we are using random saves, let's make even those saves that we get random and transparent diplomacy as usual. So I hope I didn't change anything. Let's start the game and quickly talk about the Inca. There's actually not that much to talk about. They are pretty strong, but quite simple. And honestly, I'm looking forward to this, because the previous Let's Play was really challenging. And I wouldn't mind if you just had a game where it's just smash everyone and have some easy wars, enjoy the ability of our unique unit to start with logistics. Okay, everything should be fine. So let's talk about what we have. Great Andean Road as our unique ability. Units ignore terrain because when on hills and may cross mountains. This is incredibly strong because this just allows all our units to travel in the hilly landscape much faster. It makes it much easier during wars when you just basically fight as if you were on plains all the time. So we'll definitely take advantage of that. But what I don't want to do is to build cities on mountains, because that is completely broken. You can basically build cities that become impossible to conquer for the AIs. So I don't want that. I want to give the AIs the chance to take my cities. Cities, roads and railroads on mountains. Yeah, we can do that. And mountains produce science and food, which is scaling with era. So this could be important when you need to speed up some tax, but usually I'm not really using this, especially early, because the yields are just one science and one food in the early game. We'll see later. I'm not sure how exactly this is scaling, so then we can decide. The slinger replacement for an archer, starting with logistics and has the ability to basically avoid melee attacks. It's not guaranteed, but from my experience when I play against the Inca, it's pretty reliable. So if it works the same way for the player, it's gonna be pretty broken. If for a player it's less reliable, that could be a problem, because the slingers are pretty squishy, so when they do get hit, they often get one-shotted, so it's not like we can like 100% rely on this ability to retreat, but we can just position our slingers on mountains and they pretty much become untouchable for melee units in that case. Our unique, not building this time, it's a tile improvement, it's a terrace farm, so it's a farm that you can build on a hill, and if that hill is next to a mountain, it gets extra yields, and it's +1 extra food for each adjacent mountain as far as I know. So that's that, and now we can begin. This is not the ideal start for the Inca, and overall this is not a great start, I have to say. We are starting on the coast, which is okay, and we have the option to start on the mountain with, on a hill with the forest. So that's a pretty high priority for me. No matter which civ I play with, I always looking for a hill with the forest for the extra production that we can get right away. The good thing is that we'll be starting next to 2 luxuries, so that's some extra yields, and the extra gold is pretty nice. But other than that, we don't have much to work with. Which way do we want to explore? That's a good idea. Good idea. That's a good question. There is a mountain to the south. I really want to see both directions. This works as a river. Oh, actually, we can cross the. So, moving onto the mountain tile, hill tile, even like negates the fact that we are crossing a river. I actually didn't know that it worked that way. Okay. Well, let's move the settler first then, on the tile where we want to start. This is interesting shape. There is nothing interesting here. I could also go here. Because there was something better. I most likely won't go north. But let's check this. In case there is something interesting around this hill. No, I don't see anything. Well, we can still end the turn and check farther south. Basically, we can enter this tile and see what's to the south of the mountain, just in case there could be a wonder or something that would make me move south. Nothing. We will have olives in the range, that's nice. And there is a pretty good city location to the south. We are on the coast. Probably don't want to move away from the coast. We won't have any good terrace farms around our capital. We'll have one here, but that's quite bad. We'll have one here, which will be also pretty bad. But I think we'll be fine where we are. If we could get some, I don't know, horses, cattle, maybe fish, that will be fine. Still considering like moving south, starting in this area, but the problem is that then we either get forest hill here, or we get coast, and I definitely want to be on the coast when we are so close to the sea, right? Starting a city 1 tile away from the coast tile is really bad. Okay, let's stay where we are. And we want to start here, definitely. That will give us our first military units much faster. Problem is we don't have a 3 food tile, which would be nice. But, well, we can't get everything. I hope that the first tile that we get now will be the forest, because I'd like to get the food plus production. Buildings, we start with the monument, then we go for a shrine, and then we go for a council so that we get our culture, faith, and science. After that, we definitely want pottery so that we get our settlers. And then it's a question if we want to grab trapping next and start spamming our slingers. But if I do that, I probably won't get the pyramids, or it will be more difficult to get pyramids. And also we have tobacco, so we want to get plantation as soon as possible. I think I will go calendar and just delay the slingers. I'm not planning most likely any like super early wars that I would just rush slingers and go after someone like in first 100 turns or something. So I think we can delay the slingers, use just warriors for a while, and once we have enough warriors, let's say like 4 or 5 warriors as a front line, then we can start spamming those slingers and we will have them covered. So that's the plan. And let's explore around a little bit. Let's wait for the monument. That's gonna be our goal for this episode. Get the monument. So which way do we go? Let's explore thoroughly around our capital. Let's try to find one neighbor. We could steal a worker. Do we need that? This would be a nice farm. This would be a nice farm. This is a farm as well. And because we are rushing plantations, we will need one before that to get the tobacco. And we would like to get one early so that he doesn't have the prisoner war when he starts working on that plantation, probably. Okay, so we are covered from the side. That's nice. We'll probably get a sit here. Like a perfect, almost perfect position. On a river, on a hill with the jungle, so that we get some extra production. There are some mountains to the north. That looks pretty good. There we have some barbarians. Yeah, that is not a surprise with the raging barbarians that we are using. And I'll have to go this way. Okay, can I please get first promotion so that we move through these woods faster? There is an amber. What is our luxury? Looks like it's tobacco, but it's still only 2 tiles. Or it still could be amber, because there is a second amber here. I definitely would prefer amber over tobacco, I think, for the happiness. Early +6 happiness is huge. Question is if we can even get any monopoly. Depends how far the resources will be. And I would really like to get the first promotion now, please. There we go. Double the movement through forests and jungles. Let's go this way to as much vision as possible. Or no one around. Oh, there's Venice. Nice. If we could Venice as our neighbor, that'll be an amazing source of civilians. But we found their Pathfinder, so that means they can be pretty much anywhere. In 9 turns, a Pathfinder can move really fast, or really far. Next, how are we doing here? 5 more turns. Check here. Hey, Greece. Do I see a border? A border or a river? It looks like a river. Okay. Next. I need to find at least one neighbor. Oh, hey, Grand Mesa. What is this one? 2 food force for culture, and the scaling part is the food. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. That's really far. is one of the better wonders, though, to get early. Check if there is like a city-state maybe in this direction. Nope. Oh, no neighbors. Really? Okay, what now? Can either grow in what? In 19 turns? Probably not grow at all. And that would shave up what, like 3 turns from the shrine? Don't like either of these two options. That's a huge difference, actually. This could be a difference between getting a religion and not getting a religion. I think I will work at the Amber. But not growing this early also doesn't sound that well. I think I have to just work this tile. Hope that we get the forest. How long? Still 19 turns. Oh, but once you get the monument, I'll go faster. Thinking that maybe one turn, just one turn, I could use the Amber, get the monument one turn sooner. Oh, hey Monty. I hope that we don't have him too close. He's coming from this side. Could even mean that he's like behind a sea, that this is actually... Oh, this could be like a different continent on this side. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Okay, and now... switch. And now we all know in 2 turns in which direction the border grows. Excuse me. But, well, we have the monument, so this will be all for today's episode. As I said, it's meant more like an introduction. So next time we explore to the north, and we'll most likely get our first settler. We have to find a location for him. Start getting some units. It's not an amazing start, but at least with the extra gold that we are getting, we will reliably get first 2 warriors. So hopefully that will allow us to clear some camps, and we'll start snowballing off of that. Okay, so I hope that you liked the first episode of the Let's Play. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.